Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Forza Horizon 5 Series 5. The new series has arrived. So let's have a look on that. We're not gonna do any racing, and I will explain you why we are not gonna do any racing. I have no idea what happened. I'm assuming that some kiddies out there on the forums or something have been crying that it's too hard to get the weekly playlist to get the 40 points or something. I have no idea. The result of it is this crap here. This is a game about driving and racing, pretty much. But there is no driving or racing, a little bit of driving, but no racing involved in this whole playlist for this season. If you look at summer, we can win a KTM Expo GT4 and we can win a Pagani Zonda C. The Pagani Zonda you can just buy in the auto show. As we all know, we get millions from wheel spins and all that stuff, because you don't earn anything in this game, you just get it from a wheel spin. So there is not even a point to play for the 40 points. So we just play for the 20 points, which is a car which you cannot buy in the show. So we do the Forza weekly challenge. You need to take a drift car. The Corvette number 777, you need to take it out of the garage. That's chapter 1. Chapter 2, you need to get 6 stars in a drift zone. Chapter, which is also not that hard to do, obviously, seeing it is a drift spec. Chapter 3 is you need to get 10 ultimate drift skills, also not hard to do in a Formula Drift car. And the last chapter is you need to get 100,000 points in a drift zone, which is also not that hard to do, because there are drift zones where you can score 1,000,000 points. So easy weekly challenge, 5 points complete for your playlist. And that also means that while you're doing that, you get the daily challenge as well, somewhere where you have to visit the Horizon Rush outpost. That's the daily challenge. So that's an extra point that you get, because you have to take a photo in the photo challenge on the Horizon Rush outpost. So the red headquarters, or whatever you want to call that. You have to take a picture there of a track toy. You can take any car that you want in that category, and take a picture of the main stage, and that's it. That's 2 points extra, and you also have the daily, so that gives you 3 points. So that's already 8 points. You do the monthly rivals, which is just a slow, clean lap on a track, which you can drive almost backwards. That gives you another 4 points. That's 12. And then you have 5 skill tests now in the playlist, of which you can do 4. You can do the danger sign, the speed zone, the trailblazer, and the drift zone. The drift zone is you need to get 10,000 points. You can, if you just tap the handbrake and drift through one corner, you have 10,000 points. So, and that gives you 2, 4, 6, and 8. That's another 8 points. That makes your total 20 points. 20 points corrected, you can redeem the Expo GT4, and then you can do the speed trap as well, because you need to do that in the Expo GT4. You can do it in another order, in such a way that when you get this car, you do that speed trap, then you get the Corvette, which you need for the weekly challenge, in case you don't have that car. They're basically letting you win the cars. So yeah. We have collected our 20 points car, the 40 points car we can buy. There's one speed trap which you need to do in the Bertie Toyota Tacoma. If you go to the Forza shop, you can buy that thing for 400 Forza points. So you can find the car there and complete it. And yeah, that's sort of what it is. That's this week's playlist done. If you go autumn next week, exactly the same story. You have the Toyota 4Runner for 20 points, new car, you can't buy it. Ferrari FXXK you can just buy from the auto show, don't need to play for it. So you do next week, we do the same story, do a couple of skill tests here, and you will get your 20 points together without doing any racing. Winter exactly the same. Mercedes-Benz for 40 points, you can buy it in the auto show, so you're just playing for the Noble for 20 points. And in spring, you have the Nissan GTR 2020. you play for 20 points, and then the 40 points is a Honda Civic 1984, which was already in the playlist or in a Forzathon shop earlier. In case you missed it, you have another opportunity to get it. But then you need to do some racing. For the 40 points, you're going to have to do some racing. So that's 24 weeks. That is 80 points in total. And then you win the Mini 1965 Forza Edition for 80 points. The Porsche 917 for 160 points. You can also just buy. It is 15 million in the auto show, but you can just buy it. So Series 5 in a nutshell for you. In a very short video, because I didn't need to make any racing or driving involved here, because you don't need to do any racing. You just do a photo challenge, a couple of skill tests, jumps and speed zones and speed traps, that kind of stuff, and that's it. And you have the car for this week, the one that you need. The other one you can just go to the auto show and buy it. It's a bit getting a bit ridiculous, this game. No offense, but it was already not that great to begin with in such a way. It's a copy of Forza Horizon 4 with a bit of a copy of map design from Forza Horizon 3. We have some desert, we have some rainforest, and we're in Mexico now. Forza Horizon 3 was in Australia, but they're using sort of the same map structure. You have certain corners from Forza Horizon 4 from tracks. Those corners are just copy-pasted on the map here. So it was already a bit of a copycat as it was. And now they even made it even more casual and that it already was. In a driving and a racing game, you don't even need to do racing to complete your weekly challenges. Good job, Playgrounds. I don't know what you're doing, but this is not the way to go, I think. If you're making a game about cars and driving and racing and you don't need to do any racing, then there is a problem in your structure. Not even going to talk about the online lagging and all that kind of stuff, because your online servers are also crap. But that's what you get with cross-platform. Cross-platform will never work in a game. How fun it might be to play with your friends from PC or from console, depending on what you have. That might all be fun, but it never works. Cross-platform will never work in a game. It doesn't work in racing, it doesn't work in shooting games. You get lagging, you get desync, you get all that kind of stuff. And all kind of problems with online connections because of it. This is 2 months and a half, 3 months into the game. This is sort of Forza Horizon 5 in a nutshell. For those people who keep saying, oh, great game. I don't know what you're on about. There's so much wrong with this. And now they, for this season, we don't even need to do any racing anymore for the festival playlist campaign. So the trial, no need. The Gymkhana 10 focus you can get from doing some accolades, so you don't really need to drive for that. And here we have a seasonal championship where you can win the McLaren 720S Spider. I don't know exactly, but got a bunch of McLarens here already, and then more than likely you can also get it from the accolades. Very often you have cars that you can win there that you can get from the accolades. So yeah, this is what it came down to after 3 months into this game, is that you don't need to do any driving or racing anymore. You just drift a bit, you do a jump, you do a speed trap, that kind of stuff, and that's it. And your playlist is complete for the rest of the week. That will be it for this one. Forza Horizon 5 in a nutshell after 3 months. No more racing, just do casual stupid stuff and you will get cars from the weekly challenge. Challenge is probably not the right word. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.